Unity, love, abundance, prosperity, and all things divine. I hope all is well. As of lately, there's been a lot of things that I've been navigating through, and I took a step back from social media for some time because I was navigating through a lot of these different things, which didn't really post that much. And this is my first time get back on the camera in quite some time. Now I directed my attention towards some things that I feel was a lot more important during that time rather than me creating content. And I came to the realization that when it come down to the emotional body, right? Because this is the most that I've dealt with my emotions so consistently, and a lot of things that has been coming up has been things that's been deeply rooted. And with that happening, I took some time to work on my poetry book. I also took some time to spend with my family, and also took some time to be able to be with myself. And one of the things that I want to say and highlight is that it is very important for you to address any kind of emotional things that are underlying still going on, because when you don't address it, it leads to a lot of different other things, and it bleeds into interactions that you have with other people. And see, with me taking a step back and seeing things from different perspective, it allowed me to not only expand my mind, but also grow within emotional awareness, because that was one of the things that I had struggled with at different points of time about my life was emotional awareness. The reason why that happened in different points of time is because I was one of those kind of people that kind of bottled things in and didn't really express it. But these things really, a lot of these different things did bother me at times. So as of lately, it's been a lot of that being purged out. So I've been addressing that, and that's why I took a step back from social media so I can address those things. And I was being real transparent with a lot of different people that was in my day-to-day reality, and also people that probably ain't as much now, but that was at one point in time. So I took a step back. It was needed. I wanted to be one of those things where I was trying to post, but then these things was coming up, and on top of a whole lot of other things that, energetically speaking, my energy is attached to right now. Before, I had mentioned that I'm gonna try to be a lot more consistent when it comes down to my content. I'm gonna be real. That's been a tough thing for me. I go on the streak for a little bit, and then next thing you know, I take a step back. But then I go back, and then I take a step back. And I'm just trying to find my groove when it comes down to not only creating content, but also giving message that people can actually truly feel and digest. One of the many things that I've been thinking about as well. So don't think for a second that I don't think about things that I actually can put out and give to people. I just don't want to fall into that loop of what social media brings to the forefront now when it comes down to people just constantly content. Like, no, I don't want to be an employee to anybody. So if I'm going to create content, I want to make sure that I create content that actually people can truly feel, and they can understand, and they can resonate with it. Because if I feel like people ain't going to resonate with it, then 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to post it. But also at the same time, I also still speak my truth. So I don't know how the pattern is going to be moving forward when it comes down to content, but I'm going to make sure that when I come up with ideas for content and things that I can, like information I can actually give to people that can help them to grow, elevate, and evolve, then I will post that. Also, I want to give you an update on the book process. Right now I'm going back through it and doing some editing. So there's a lot of different pieces within the book that I'm working on, and I'm strengthening, and allowing my creative energy to just flow. So that's the things that I just pretty much been working on. So other than that, I'm just glad to check in with y'all. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope that everyone has been going through their necessary healing. If they are going through a healing phase, I hope that everyone that is within the energy, they just tapping more into their creativity and creating art and doing the things that actually bring them joy, gratitude, love, abundance, prosperity, and all things divine. Just as I always say. But that was the only message. And I just love y'all, and I'm thankful and grateful for y'all. And I hope y'all have an amazing rest of y'all moon cycle, and I'll be checking in with y'all soon.